Peter Mckinnon first quit everything and started doing YouTube? Is that true?
I can't just be a pro photographer tomorrow because I decided. I knew there was steps and processes that were going to come in between that. So I thought if I get a job at a camera shop, it gets me that much closer.
This is a huge contrast between how this was said and how it was
framed. Yeah.
Maybe we're missing it.
Ruslan.
Okay, now I'm really curious about this Peter Mckinnon video, Zach. Just play the video.
Okay.
Play the video.
55 cents is all Peter Mckinnon made on YouTube when he decided to drop everything and become a full-time YouTuber.
Hold on, pause it. Peter Mckinnon first quit everything and started doing YouTube? Is that true? Didn't he have a job and had a photography business? He didn't just quit and just go after YouTube and made 55 cents his first month. No one does that.
It might have been 55 cents when he took a screenshot of it, but he went viral.
Yeah, he blew up really fast.
To turning a few cents into a multi-million-dollar YouTube empire.
Oh, that's real money.
In this interview, Peter reveals how he did it by breaking every rule on YouTube. He didn't follow trends.
What can I do that's not trendy?
He didn't change who he was for the algorithm.
Love mimicking a sound.
He definitely did some tech reviews of trending products.
He started.
Stop it.
This is what I was saying. I was watching it and I was like, this is cap. Because I was watching it and he started with 10, it was like some sort of like 10 camera hacks you can do under $50. And it was like stuff around the house. And you didn't even see his face in it. It was all his hands. It was like a BuzzFeed level video.
Yeah.
So come on.
This is cap.
That was a trend. That was when BuzzFeed was booming. 10 this, 10 that. No Film School was booming at that time where they had their lists and all that stuff. Come on, son.
Yeah, it's cap. Go ahead.
And he gave 5 more unconventional tips if you're struggling to go from part-time to full-time YouTuber. And Peter broke down several clips I dug up from the start of his career till now, so you learn exactly what happened.
I think this narrative of the overnight success story is so played.
Yes.
And then 2, it's so harmful to other creators.
Not only that, but also not even just the overnight success story, but the fact that you can just be you and blow up and be a successful creator is also harmful to creators.
Yes.
Like, I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
And one extra, like, to be like, he didn't have to follow any trends and he was just being authentic.
Yeah.
Cap.
That's a big one. Go ahead.
Thanks, man. My hope is to make this the most researched interview you've done. I went to your Vimeo as well.
Oh, yes. Rest in peace.
I'm telling you, I went to, well, we're going to bring it back to life.
Dug way deep. Okay.
Way deep. I got to do my research.
Okay,
man.
yeah, you went there.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Let's start off with the first clip. I won't give much context. I will just let you go ahead and play this.
I'm now a full-time YouTuber, and it took me, if you think about it, 18 years to get here. It took me washing elephants. It took me getting fired from jobs. It took me working at a steakhouse, Home Depot, going through training at Apple, trying to figure out what I wanted to do.
Yeah, still think that.
Take me through that journey of the jobs you had leading up to becoming a full-time creator and the day that you left those jobs behind.
I remember that was a big realization moment. It was the steakhouse. And I worked on the line, and then when the shift ended, I was about to leave, and they're like, you gotta clean the kitchen still. I was like, it's midnight. Like, well, now we gotta clean for the prep people coming in tomorrow. And it was that moment, I was like, I just can't do this. This isn't me, I can't do this stuff. And I went to the back, and the manager was there. I just said, hey, I think I'm done. I don't wanna work here anymore. And she's like, well, do you want like less hours? I was like, I want no hours, actually. Took off my apron, and I walked back to my little protege and drove home, and at least start taking jobs, even if they're still retail or part-time, they're at least more tuned to what my interests were, to kind of like, I can't just be a pro photographer tomorrow because I decided. I knew there was steps and processes that were going to come in between that. So I thought if I get a job at a camera shop, it gets me that much closer.
Now this is good because I do believe that there are certain jobs that exhaust you and completely like zap any creative energy from you to do anything else. And so I do think this is a really, really, really good point here of him saying, look, there are certain jobs you could do that make a lot of money, but that may not like give you anything left to go and pursue those things.
It might be better to work a job that's a little bit more brainless so that you have a lot of mental capacity when you get home to do your side thing.
Yeah. And those were when I worked with after school team center. I worked out of a studio. The YMCA, they had like this recording studio, so I would record kids. So that was like getting to learn and get paid for it. And then there was I work with adults with developmental disabilities, which was a very fun job. And all I had to do was just show up, pick them up, take them to the gym, take them to lunch, take them to the library, hang out with them. And I would be encouraged, like, hey, like, if you have some errands you need to run, like, it's okay to take them with you because it shows them what a normal day is like.
That's pretty
cool. So I would have like a meeting with like Daniel Golding. We'd grab lunch. He'd meet us. You know what I mean? So it was actually a really cool job. But what it did is it allowed me to be off earlier. I had gotten gas mileage stipend. So say I was making like whatever minimum wage was, or like $10 an hour, $11 an hour, but there would be an additional like $500 to $700 a month I would make from the mileage of driving my own car, which is like 55 cents a mile. And so it was like okay money. I mean, it wasn't great. It was like $2,200 a month or something, but I would get off by like 3 every day, and I would have time until 6 or 7 to work on other stuff. You know, so I think this is a good tip here.
More, and then maybe I get an internship and I can intern with people who do it professionally and I can learn more. And it was those little steps along the way that eventually led to the big one, which was just, it's time now, dude. You've been putting it off long enough. You've done all of the steps. You could just be doing them forever, or you make the big jump instead of the step.
But I think one of the things I admire most about you, Peter, is that your turning point came when you only had 55 cents of AdSense revenue.
Yeah.
And, talking to a lot of creators,
I remember that.
I was talking to Graham Stephan. He's like, yeah, I became a full-time creator when I had $1 million. And I was like, what? Like, and so I wanted to play this clip with that context.
That's quite a contrast.
I know. I was like, okay, and get your thoughts on this.
I remember this day.
This screenshot is from when I first started my YouTube account. I'll throw it on the screen here. 800 subscribers, 6,889 views, 1,600 watch time minutes, and my estimated revenue of 55 cents. Now, this was the day, this exact screenshot, when I took this, was the day that I decided to go as hard as I could with YouTube.
As hard as I could at YouTube, not
Quit
everything I'm doing, be a completely irresponsible derelict, and jump in and do YouTube full time.
Yeah.
Hey, check this out. You want to know the main reason new creators fail on YouTube? They don't know who they're creating videos for, and they don't have any purpose behind their videos. This turns the whole process of shooting videos into a tedious chore that will eventually lead to burnout. And trust me when I tell you, I have been there. If you want to discover exactly what type of videos you should make that will increase your chances of success on YouTube and help you avoid burnout, sign up below for my free Master My Niche training. This training will walk you through a custom system that will help you get clarity on the niche of your channel and help you make videos that you should be creating. I'll see you over at mastermyniche.com. This is a huge contrast between how this was said and how it was presented.
Framed, yeah.
Maybe we're missing it.
Yeah, that was, I remember that vividly. It was proof of concept to like, oh, I logged in one day and it was just not zero anymore. It was 55 cents. I was like, oh, that's real money. That 55 cents will turn into $1, maybe $10, maybe $100, maybe enough to pay one bill, just one bill of mine. And if I can pay one bill, I can pay all the bills. So it was the only spark that I needed to just set that fire. And yeah, that 55 cents, that screenshot, I think I printed it off actually and framed it and put it in my office.
Wow.
Yeah.
The danger here is stop with the overnight success story.
Yeah.
Stop trying to make it look like people can quit their jobs and jump feet first into being full-time creators. It's literally one of the worst things you could do. In my day, it was Christian rap. Like, everybody wanted to be a rapper and they were just gonna go for it. And it's like, that caused a lot of harm to a lot of families, to a lot of people, but sometimes getting evicted out of their homes because they wanted to go chase the dream, or if we're talking from a Christian point of view, chase the ministry. I'm gonna go do ministry full time.
Yeah.
Stop making an idol out of that. Like, become good at what it is you want to do, to the point where it would be stupid for you not to eventually go full time. Like, that's how you do it. You don't do it by like, I'm just gonna dream it and process it and hope it happens and just jump feet first, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, the only time I would say that the caveat, the only way I would say that's a caveat you could do that is like if you worked your face off and you have a year's worth of expenses in the bank account. And even still, I would be like,
just like
have
play it
something
easy.
on the side
Yeah.
to still generate revenue so you don't completely jump feet first.
Exactly.
Have something in the pipeline that you know is coming in. Even if it's like, I got 6 months of living expenses and I just locked in my first brand deal and that's coming in 90 days, but that brand deal will be able to hold me down for a couple months.
Yeah. And it reminds me of the saying, you overestimate what you can do in a year and
Yeah.
underestimate what you can do in 5.
Yep.
So most people will be like, oh, I'm going to start this new side hustle. I'm going to start this new side business. I'm going to start selling coloring books on Amazon, and I'm going to make an easy $3,000 a month in passive revenue.
Yep.
It's like, what? Like, I'm going to start on YouTube, and once I get monetized, it's going to be an easy $5K a month.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but what happens when you work your face off for 6 months, get monetized, and it's $25 a month?
Yep.
Like don't overestimate how successful you're going to be.
Yeah.
Because then that might actually help you and level out your expectations of when you should or should not quit something.
So shout out to Shiny. Come on. He said, I got fired and tried to go full-time game streaming. Never made a penny and almost lost my house.
Huge mistake.
Huge mistake.
Yo.
But isn't this what I literally just said?
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you for sharing
because
that,
no one
bro.
would. And I hope you can like laugh at it a little bit, you know? Like hopefully you're on the other side of that and you can laugh at it. But it's like that is people thinking, oh, I got fired from my job and now this is the beginning of my success story.
Yep.
So in a year from now, when I'm being interviewed about how I became one of the biggest creators on YouTube, I got fired from a job and I knew I had nothing else.
Yep.
Because you hear that all the time. I had nothing else. So I had to start posting to TikTok.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, this clip is from our daily after party stream. If you enjoyed it, consider signing up for our Patreon community for only $5 a month, where you get access to the replays of our daily after party streams, as well as the uncut extended versions of our podcast, Discord access that's private, and a discount code for our merch store, only $5 a month. And ultimately, it's the best way to help us contextualize the gospel of Jesus using media, podcasting, and of course, YouTube. The link for that is in the description or in the pinned comment. The perks are amazing. You should get on there. It's only $5 a month. I'll see you over there, all right? Peace.